welcome. So let us begin our session, today's session. Sit in any comfortable asana. You can sit in Vajrasana or Sukhasana. Your hands in Dhyan Mudra. We begin with the prayer first. Keep your eyes gently closed. Follow your breathing. Let the breathing settle down. Try to calm down the mind from all the clutter. And gently relax with every breath out. Feel the relaxation. Now we begin with 3 Omkars. Breathe in full. Join your palms in Namaskar Mudra. We go for the prayer. Place your hands in Dhyan Mudra again and try to feel the vibrations. Gently open your eyes. Okay friends, so a warm welcome again all of you. And today we are going to look into a very nice asana. So myself, Dr. Seema Sukalkar, and I am going to present a very informative practice and a very important practice in yoga asanas, and really you will enjoy my presentation. So let's be ready for that. But before I go for my presentation, I would like to give sir my assignment. So whatever I am going to present, I am already written over there. Okay, so before I begin the name of the asana, I tell you the name of the asana. I would like all of you to guess the name of the asana. Okay, so I am just going to ask you and then we will begin. So you just tell me, the sun rises in the east. Okay, and the names of all the the meaning of news. We read the newspaper every day. So NEWS, the news. So what does that mean? You know? Yeah, northeast western. The news means northeast western. So that's a full form of that. So what is common in both the questions I asked just now? Something common in both the questions I asked. Direction, and further that which was the direction which was repeated in both? East. Okay, so east. And what is the Sanskrit name for east? Or in Marathi we say east. What we say? Okay. So now relate with my presentation. What is the name? Can say? and that is in the final step of any asana, we have to practice conscious differential relaxation and pranadharana. So I will explain now conscious differential relaxation. So conscious differential relaxation means we are relaxing those parts consciously which are not utilized in the asana. So conscious differentially you have to relax. So we have to relax those parts that are not used in the asana. So here in this asana we can see there is everywhere stretch. So where we are going to relax, we are going to relax the facial muscles because there we should not be there. So the CDR here will be on the facial region. Okay. Then pranadharana, the next important point when we are maintaining the asana. Pranadharana, it's made of two words, prana and dharana. So prana means the vital energy, or here we can say the breath, and dharana means to focus or to be alert about that. So pranadharana is explained in three stages: pranadharana prathama, pranadharana dvitiya, and pranadharana tritiya. These are the three stages: first, second, and third. So initially when we are beginners, we will be going for pranadharana prathama. Pratham is to count the breathing in and out. Whatever we are breathing in, inhalation 1, exhalation 1, inhalation 2, exhalation 2. That is pranadharana pratham. Pranadharana dvitiya will be to feel the touch of the air which we are breathing in and out at the walls of the nose. That is dvitiya. And pranadharana tritiya is to feel the thermal changes at the soft palate region. So when the air we are breathing is cool and the air that we are breathing out is warm. That is the advanced step, but initially we can maintain for pranadharana pratham. Okay, so that is the final step. After that you will release the asana. After doing the pranadharana, release the asana in the reverse order. Slowly you will sit down again and separate the legs and gently come back to the Shikila Dandasana. So you will release the asana in the reverse order. Okay, so these are the steps which I explained to you now about going for Purvottanasana. Now, for any asana, we have to do it very perfectly well, or you can say try to achieve the posture. And in that process, we should not harm ourselves. So we should do the asanas more carefully so that we can derive maximum benefits of the same. At the same time, we will not harm ourselves. So we have to understand the limitations or the contraindications for a particular asana. So for Purvottanasana also there are some limitations and contraindications, like those persons who have very weak wrist or weak ankles because the body weight is coming on the wrist joint. So those who have that problem, those who have weak heart, those who have high BP, in case you have some pain in the ankle joint or the knee joint, any injury in the shoulder if you are able to balance, that is dynamic Purvottanasana. Otherwise, in Ardha Purvottanasana, we can, this position, in Ardha Purvottanasana, we can raise one leg up. If you have strong wrist joint and shoulder joint is strong, so you can balance, then we can do this practice of raising one leg up. That is the Ardha Purvottanasana with one leg raise. Okay. After that, let us look into the complementary practices. Now we have seen, friends, in Purvottanasana, there is complete stretch and slightly backward bending practice in for the spine. So complementary means opposite. Okay. So we are going to do complementary. The complementary practice here can be, we can do this practice of Paschimottanasana. Paschim means the back part. Purva is the front part of the body, which I explained, and Paschimottanasana will be exactly the complementary. You are giving the Paschim bhag ko hum taan de rahe. You are stretching the Paschim part. And otherwise, the same practice here is the forward bending Hastapadasana. Okay, these are the two practices which we can do as the complementary practices. Okay, so I have explained about this part. I would like to give you the demonstration for that. So I will call my colleague Dr. Mahendra here for the live demonstration. So please come on the mat. So try to sit in the relaxed position in Shithila Dandasana. You can see. So he is sitting in Shithila Dandasana now. You can all see. The legs are apart. The hands, you can see, are behind. Now the fingers are pointing away and head hanging back. So you are completely relaxed in Shithila Dandasana. Now we will be ready for going into the asana. So open the eyes, join the legs together, and now straighten the back, and now point the fingers towards you. Yeah, you can place the fingers slightly by the side of the hips. If you are comfortable, behind also. Now here we have to tense our leg muscles and slightly the core muscles because we want to lift the body. So slowly, gently now start lifting up as per your condition and capacity, and then hand the head back. So here now we are doing the practice of Pranayama Prathama, and we are going to maintain. So you can feel more stretch. Maintain 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly, gently down. Relax. Relaxation in Dandasana. So these were the steps which we were doing for Purvottanasana. Now, as I have explained all these points, I would like to show on the live demo also. First of all, I will show you the probable mistakes for Purvottanasana. What is the probable mistakes will happen? You go into the final step and you hold the breath. I will just quickly show you. So go into the final step. You are tending to hold the breath. You are frowning your facial muscles. You are slouching and you are tucking the abdomen in. So tightness is not happening on the abdomen and the core. And release. Sometimes you are keeping the hands too far off. So if you keep the hands too far off, then you are not getting the support to lift up. So you are not able to do. So these are the probable mistakes which we tend to do during while performing these asanas. So correction is there. We have to be alert that we are not doing these probable mistakes. Okay. So now let us look at the leading practices. I will be showing you only one leading practice. So here I will show you the Ardha Purvottanasana. Okay. So the Ardha Purvottanasana we will be doing. So join the legs, hand palms by the side. Now fold the legs at the knees. And if you want, you can keep side distance also. And lift now the hips up the back. Trying to keep the back parallel to the floor. Okay, head is hanging down. So this is the position of the Ardha Purvottanasana. And maintain, slowly relax. So that was the leading practice. Now we will see the variation. Variation, we will see Ardha Purvottanasana, one leg raise. Okay, how much ever. It is not necessary that 90 degree, it's 60 degree also. So go to Ardha Purvottanasana first. Join the legs together. Hands, fingers pointing towards your hips. Slowly fold the legs at the knees. hands towards the leg practice. So join the legs together and raise your hands first parallel to the floor, then give a backward arch. Gently give a backward arch to the spine and slowly gently bend down from the waist. कमर से आगे झुकना है. How much ever you can reach down and relax your hands. Fingers are relaxed. Head down. Maintain breathing normal. Now keeping the hands down, gently rise up. Slowly, gently rise up. Okay? Okay. So thank you, and you can sit in your place. That was a nice demonstration by Jessica. So now we will look. So you have all understood and experienced, seen it how to do. So now I will be giving. I know all of you are anxious to do this asana. So we will do the group practice. Okay. So all of you can sit in the relaxed position. I will give you the instructions. Only we will go for the steps of Purvottanasana. Okay. So sit in the relaxed position, all of you. Legs apart, hands behind, fingers away. Close your eyes, head is hanging back. Relax yourself. So friends, we are ready for Purvottanasana. Open the eyes, join the legs together, straighten the back, and now place the palms side of your hips, or you can place them behind. Now your fingers are pointing towards your toes. Yes. And now be aware of your hips, the core muscles. So we are going to and keep the legs straight at the knees, tighten up the kneecaps. Gently now pointing the toes outwards, start lifting the legs, the hips and the upper body. And try to maintain. The legs straight, yes, head is hanging back, maintain, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently down, slowly, gently relax. Relax in Shikila Dandasana. Relax for a while. And friends, you have experienced that nice stretch in the front part, the Purva part of the body, that is why it is called as Purvottanasana, because the front part is the Purva part, and you are experiencing the intense stretch on the Purva part of the body. So now once we have done it, we are eager to know the benefits of this practice also. So I will explain to you all the benefits on the various systems of our body. And you can see. So friends, now you can sit relaxed now. These are the various systems which I have just put over there, and you can see the local benefit is on our skeletal system and the muscular system. So every asana has the local benefit, the associated benefit and the central benefit. So local benefit is the direct impact of the asana. So now the direct impact of this asana is on our muscles. If we get a nice tone, so the skeletal muscles, that is the bone structure as well as the entire body. So the skeletal system is getting benefited because the spine is getting reinforced and strengthened. Then all the joints like the wrist joint, the elbow, the shoulder joint becomes more and more stronger. If you look at the leg muscles, the knees are getting more and more strong. The ankle joint is also getting a nice stretch. So all the bones and all the joints are getting a nice stretch. And if you look at the muscular system, yes, because all the muscles are getting a nice tone. So it is helping to improve the tone of the muscles. So it helps to improve the entire strength and tone at the skeletal level. That's the main local benefit which is happening. So people with sciatica spondylosis also really get benefited with that. People who have some back type of low back pain, they also get very benefited. Then we will look into the other system, and that is the respiratory system. Because you are in Purvottanasana, you know in the final position your hands are behind and the chest is expanding. So what is happening? As the chest is getting expanded, the lungs are also getting expanded, and that is why your breathing capacity is improved because you are improving the volume of the lungs. So it is very nice in asthma and in the shortness of breath. It is really very beneficial. So it is really helping in the practice for the respiratory organs. It is stretching your diaphragm also, and it makes the respiratory organs and the muscles more and more flexible. Then if you look at the digestive system, because there is tightening or pulling of the abdomen muscles, the digestive as well as the excretory system are getting pulled or stretched. So any deformity over there, any problem which is related to the digestive system like indigestion problem or you can say acidity problem, that is also getting cleared up. And here I have this problem, this point of liver, spleen and kidneys. They are actually getting benefited because you are getting a pull. So sluggish liver, because the liver is not functioning, the liver is weak. Sometimes the spleen has some problems, and the kidney function. Kidneys are filtration organs, so it helps to improve these vital organs you have a feeling of achievement, you feel confident also. So this is all at a nervous level, you feel so many changes happening with you. So you feel that confidence, you feel that freshness within you, and you feel a sense of achievement, and of course it is helping to boost your immunity. So overall, if you see, Purvottanasana is a very nice practice which we should see, because it helps to improve your immunity also. Okay friends, so now I hope you have understood my lesson plan. So just I would like to conclude. So conclusion, I would request all of you to involve this Purvottanasana in your daily practice, and of course you share the benefits of this with your friends and relatives also. And thank you for patiently listening to me, and have a lovely day. Try to practice regularly and derive the maximum benefits of our yogic practices. Thank you. So sir wants to ask, anyone wants to ask questions, so we can now answer the questions also. Yes?
What is the role of complementary practices?
Complementary practices are essential because once it acts as an agonist and antagonist. So if you are giving a forward bend, then you will give a backward bend. Those muscles become more and more active, and it improves the blood circulation, it improves the oxygen supply to those parts, and the functioning becomes more. So even it enhances. If you are doing Paschimottanasana after Purvottanasana, the benefits of Purvottanasana are doubled. So that is why complementary are essential. Most of the time we ask to do the complementary practices. They are opposite. So the muscles are acting as a contraction is happening. You do the complementary, that will be expansion of muscles. Anyone else wants to ask?